One of the phrases I hated the most growing up was, "I'm not angry, I'm frustrated." I don't know if you've ever heard this said to you in any way, but it was always extremely frustrating to me because, yes, there are times when hey baby, he knows I'm filming a difficult video today, so he's come to join us. I hated that phrase because, one, I could always tell that this person was angry. And second, the fact that frustrated is somehow less upsetting or less bad or less intense than anger. I find anger can be a useful emotion. I also find it can be very destructive as well. And I'm a person that normally it is very hard to make me angry. It is easily to make me frustrated. It is hard to make me angry because and bear with me for this video because it's been a rough few weeks. It's been a rough month. It's been a rough goddamn year and a half, honestly. I am frustrated because getting better is hard. And it's especially hard when it feels like the entire world is stacked against you. And I don't like playing the victim. I think there are a lot of decisions that I have made in my life that have led me to where I am. There's a lot of responsibility that falls on my shoulders for my past actions, my current actions, and how those have affected myself and the people around me. I just want to talk to someone who will listen, I think. I've been frustrated because for those who don't know, I had basically a mental breakdown in at the end of 2023. And I've been trying to recover from that and from just a lifetime of mental illness, severe mental illness. And when I had my mental breakdown in 2023, there were a lot of consequences to my actions. And trying to recover has been extremely difficult. Because it's not just the mental breakdown, you know. I'd already had 10 years of insanely bad depression. I already had a lifetime of mental illness before that breakdown. And I don't want to talk in depth about the breakdown right now. I will at some point. I'm still piecing together what the fuck happened, what the fuck I did, all that shit. But I do know it was a mental breakdown, and the repercussions of that breakdown have been many and numerous. And I'm very frustrated right now. And I'm frustrated because for me, anger, I reserve anger for people who have done wrong intentionally or have refused to attempt to overcome ignorance. It is very hard for me to get angry at people that I know are trying hard, trying their best. Because I have a lot of empathy for people who struggle to do their best and for people who struggle to be kind. You can only be as kind as you know how to be. You can only be as kind as you've been taught or that you've learned. Some people have not been able to experience a type of kindness that they can understand, and it affects how they can treat people. My anger happens when those people are shown kindness and refuse to learn from it. I have some of the worst mental illness a person can have. The amount of psychological pain that I am in every day is astonishing. And it's not just been since the breakdown. I have deep love for every person in my life who has hurt me, which is basically all of them. And the results of being hurt sometimes do not just go away with forgiveness. Often they don't. The thing that has been the most difficult about this year and last year has been the response of the people around me who witnessed my breakdown. Some were new friends that I deeply still care about, but saw my breakdown as a sign of a larger instability they did not want to be a part of. And then old friends. Well, it's complicated. I don't know if you've ever had to learn how to love the people who hurt you, because I think that is a very specific type of love that takes a long time to learn, and it is a frustrating process. I believe in things like forgiveness and grace and mercy, largely because of how I was raised. I've been very, very deeply hurt by many people. And I'm suffering the impacts of that constantly. And my breakdown should have been seen by the people in my life as a sign that I needed more support, that I needed help. I was very scared for a very long time. And the breakdown was largely a result of my 5-year relationship that is still the best 5 years I've had of my entire life, and also did some of the most crippling damage to me. I love my family. I love my family here, and I love my family that is no longer my family anymore. It's shocking to me how much you can be hurt by people who genuinely only have the best intentions, or who genuinely love you. It is shocking to me how someone can love you deeply and fully and sacrificially, and they can still hurt you so bad. I have been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, which is considered one of the most painful mental illnesses out there. It's deep psychological pain. And there are a couple of prerequisites to having it that cause it, because a personality disorder you cannot be diagnosed with until you are at least in your 20s. You cannot be diagnosed with a personality disorder as a child because you cannot have a personality disorder as a child because you are not finished developing. But one of them is, well, I think the two that there might be a third that I can't remember, but the two prerequisites to having it is being highly sensitive, highly emotional, highly, just having a deeper sensitivity to emotions and perhaps empathy. That's not part of the research so far, but I wouldn't be surprised if high empathy was also indicative, because usually empathy and sensitivity go together. I'm saying, whatever. The other one is having growing up in an invalidating environment. Gaslighting is a tricky word in today's society. I think it is overused often. I think it is misused often. High sensitivity and consistent invalidation causes borderline personality disorder. Causes, that is not completely the correct use of that term in that context, but you know what I mean. Because, well, if you talk to a therapist about borderline personality disorder, the way they describe it is that people with borderline are like burn victims, that their bodies are covered in a burn, you know, and you know, if you poke them in the arm or something, for a normal person, I'm using incorrect wording today. I had to take some pain medicine, so, but I'm still trying to talk. But for a person without borderline, that poke on the arm, like, you know, that emotional hurt, emotional injury would just be ow, you know, like that kind of hurt. For someone with borderline, it feels like you just thrust your finger into a 3rd-degree burn, or a severe burn, I should say, because I think 3rd degree you can't feel technically because that means the nerves are gone. You know what I mean, though, okay? You know what I mean. And this is not an official, like, full deep dive on what or, you know, a video detailing what borderline is. If you are curious, there are people who have degrees on this site and can explain what borderline is in depth, but I'm going to be talking about my experience a little bit, and not completely clinically, because I don't feel like doing that today. I'll make that video another day if I can't want to. Whatever. One of the symptoms of borderline. Damn, I forgot what I was saying. It's hard to talk about things. And I want to. I'm frustrated because no one will help me. And that's not in a cry for help way. Someone needs to, you know, save me. I believe that I am capable and able to heal on my own. On my own as in, you know, working on myself, you know, that is the path that I'm on, and the path that I need to stay on is trying to heal. But I think people fail to understand how much pain I'm in. I think a lot of people fail to understand how much pain I'm in. And it's not just physical. It's not just the chronic illness. I'm having flashbacks constantly. I can't sleep at night because I'm afraid of having nightmares. I haven't had any dreams, but I'm terrified of the dark because of things that have happened in the dark. I'm in unspeakable anguish. every single day that goes by, I want to die. I spend almost every night right now crying and talking to myself, or talking to God, or talking to neither. I have difficulty communicating my pain. People don't understand how much what they say hurts, or what they do, even if they're trying to be kind, even if they love me. And I don't hold anger. I don't hold it. I have had it come and go, but I don't hold it. Because nobody who has hurt me in my life, nobody who has hurt me and has stayed in my life, I don't know how to phrase this. Almost everyone who has hurt me loved me and was trying to love me in the best way they knew how. My hair is too fucking long and it's pissing me off. I need to cut it. I don't know if this video is going up or not, but I need to talk. I'm in so much pain. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. One of the traits of borderline, there are 9 traits. You only have to have, I think, 5 out of the 9 to be diagnosed with borderline, if I remember correctly. One of them is a deep, deep, deep fear of abandonment. And I would say that's actually not just a trait, that is one of the defining characteristics and like the kind of the core of a lot of the pain of BPD. It's this this desperate, constant fear of abandonment. And unfortunately, it is often a self-fulfilling prophecy, because when someone with borderline, i.e. me, gets that fear, the fear that, you know, they're gonna leave, you feel like you, the way the trait is actually said is or in the DSM, I believe, it's like, will go to extreme measures to avoid abandonment. It's such a deep fear and terror of abandonment that they will go to extreme lengths to avoid any type of abandonment, perceived or real, which is a big thing, because perceived or real, which means someone with borderline can perceive something as abandonment, even if the other person doesn't see it that way, or maybe it isn't real abandonment, but if it, you know, I'm over explaining it again. One of the biggest reasons my 5-year relationship was so hard was because when COVID hit, you know, we couldn't see each other in person anymore because the border was closed. And that fear of abandonment. As soon as COVID happened, my first fear was this is going to break up the relationship. This is going to end it. And they promised me it wouldn't end it. And they promised me they'd see me again. But we spent 2.5 years trying to make it work, even though we couldn't see each other at all. And there were a number of reasons why I struggled. My primary love language is physical touch. If someone in my life can't touch me in some way, my brain believes they don't love me, even if they say it till they're blue in the face. So having a relationship where I couldn't it just it made me believe they didn't love me. And I was borderline. I am borderline. And it was hard. So scattered I can't think straight. And it's not just the medicine. This has been happening without the medicine too. I can't hold a memory right now. I can't think. I can't remember anything. I can't do anything. I'm so tired. So tired all the time. It's dark. And I'm scared. Scared. Because I thought they would leave me. And they promised they wouldn't. They promised we were family. And here's the thing. They were right to break up with me. I believe that. It was a good thing. Because I couldn't handle a distance. I couldn't handle it. That's not their fault. I don't hold anger towards them. I don't. This video's not going up. It's not gonna go up. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I remember too much, and I don't remember anything at all. Scared. am very mentally ill. I am suffering from severe PTSD. I'm suffering from grief at a loss every year almost since COVID hit. I lost my family because the pain and fear of abandonment was so constant. And it was good that they ended things. And I loved them. And it hurt. And it's hard to hold love and hurt at the same time. They were more kind to me than anyone had ever been in my life. They were. There was a lot of pain in the relationship. There were a lot of mistakes that all of us made. There were a lot of mistakes that all of us made. There were things we didn't understand about ourselves and about each other that caused a lot of pain between all of us. I know they also were hurt a lot by me. I'm in so much pain every day. The grief of losing them, the heartbreak. They were my family. They taught me everything about the world. I loved them so much. And I don't know how to move past it. There's nobody I can talk to. Nobody who will listen. Nobody who will sit with me. Because a lot of them have been trying to shoulder my pain for so long. And it is hard to have someone in your life like me who causes a lot of pain. Hurt people, right? But I'm in so much pain. I tried an antidepressant again, and the side effects I can't deal with them. This video is not going up. Can't feel my legs. Great. Love that. This can't go up.